Real quick, I would like to put a quick disclaimer. This story is very mature, there's a lot of adult themes, there's a lot of bad stuff, and I recommend you do not watch this video if you are very sensitive to those kind of things. Thank you and continue to the video. Hey everyone, welcome to this video of me talking again. I know a bunch of you probably didn't want to hear me talk again, but oh well, here I am. So, the point of this video is because a lot of people have been asking on my Bruno is Orange meme about the two main characters. The one with the curly hair and the abusive one, and the one with the blonde hair and the one that's getting abused. And so I thought I should explain since a lot of you have been asking about it, and you know, I thought I should. Now, first things first, we should get down the characters' names. The blonde hair boy name is Oscar, and the one with the curly brown hair name is Michael. They both are in their 20s, but Oscar is officially 21 and Michael's age is unknown, but he's in his mid-20s, just know that. And one other thing I would like to bring up. Michael is created by my friend. I created Michael's looks, but my friend helped with the backstory and his personality. They made most of who Michael is, so please thank them in the comments for their amazing work with this character. We adore him. Now, I did write down Oscar's backstory before the whole story happens, but I lost my phone and it's written on my phone. So I'm just gonna wing it because I know most of it by heart. So yeah, if I mess up, my deepest apologies. Oscar had an older brother and his parents divorced when he was 6. He mainly lived with his father, but he would go visit his mother at times, but his mother was a narcissist and very manipulative, and she would use her sons for personal benefit. So Oscar never really liked hanging out with her much, but she was his mother, so he still loved her with all his heart. Oscar was an outgoing kid, but he never really had many friends, no matter what school he went to. But lucky for him, he had a friend. His friend's name was Luca, and they knew each other since they were 2. Since their parents turned out to be really good friends, they were able to see each other a lot. Oscar made a lot of friends in high school, and he kept a lot of his old friends too. One day, he was invited to go to his friend's cabin, and well, as a teenager, he accepted. He knew his parents wouldn't mind, so why wouldn't he go? A lot of people went on the trip, so he went along too, since he thought it'd be fun. Everyone got into the same car, and they set off. The scenery was nice, and it was snowing quite heavily, but they didn't really mind since they planned on just staying inside the whole time. After a while, Oscar decided to go outside and draw something. He didn't care what, but he just wanted to draw something since he's been talking with people all day and he needed a break. After a while, Oscar heard someone walking out of the woods. He looked over and saw a tall man with brown curly hair. You might be knowing who this is, but he didn't know at the time, so shush, don't spoil it. The man with curly brown hair and a mask looked a bit confused and a bit off edge. Oscar asked him if he was okay, and he said yes. And after a while, they had a nice little conversation. The man told Oscar his name was Michael, and Oscar said that he was glad he got to meet him. And then after that, Michael left. Oscar was left with a smile, but soon would he know that that smile would fade away forever. Everything went fine, and later that night, everyone had fun, drinking beer, playing games, and watching TV. But the next day, weird things started to happen. Their car tires went flat, the electricity went out, and other strange things that made them question if someone was messing with them. But they decided to shrug it off since they were almost in the middle of nowhere, and no one should be there anyway. When Oscar was alone, he was in the basement. It was night, and no one should have been there anyway. Oscar was just relaxing, watching the basement TV, when he heard some noises come from upstairs. He quickly got up and grabbed a knife for safety, since he thought maybe it would have been one of his friends, but, you know, he was paranoid, and you can never be too safe. Now, I never really fully finished writing this part of the story, because I never really found it important. It is important, but I never really finished it. But a quick summary of what happened is, turned out the person was Michael. Michael attacked Oscar. Michael, to put it lightly, touched his no-no square. And throughout the whole night, Michael kind of tortured all of Oscar's friends, and he murdered them in the end, and Oscar watched his friends die. which left him traumatized, scared, and soon to be alone. Turns out that there was an old couple that lived nearby where Oscar and his friends were, and they heard screaming in the night, so they called the police, and since they thought someone might be hurt, the ambulance also came, and when they arrived, they found Oscar. He had very bad injuries and could have been barely alive. He had a bunch of slashes in his face and bruises and cuts and stab wounds all over his body. They were surprised he was alive, but he was. Oscar was unconscious when he made it to the hospital, and the first thing he saw was his friend Luca. Luca hadn't gone on the trip with them since he had a cold, and so that meant he was fine and safe, which made Oscar happy. After all of that, Oscar developed multiple disorders. He had anxiety, he didn't want to eat much, he also had depression, paranoia, and other things, but I haven't written them down yet. Sorry for that, but I will do that later. Oscar also had a therapist that he would visit every so often, and he also moved in with his best friend Luca, since they both were going to the same art college and they lived in the same dorm. So basically, that's where Oscar's story ends before Michael comes back into his life. But we're gonna rewind time. I can't talk. Rewind time, and we're gonna go see Michael's backstory. Michael grew up in a very happy and loving family. His parents were scientists, and when he was young, they did an experiment on him, which I don't remember what exactly it was, but they basically made him into a superhuman, which means he has muscles and he doesn't have to work out for them. He's stronger, faster, and he heals much quicker. One day, when Michael was young, him and his parents were on a walk. They were walking around looking at the beautiful forest, but they heard a commotion. His parents told him to stay where he was, and they went to go see what was going on. Turns out a bunch of hunters were trying to shoot a bear. They told them not to shoot the bear, and they started arguing with them. One of the hunters freaked out and shot Michael's mom. Or dad, I don't remember what it was. I'm too lazy to ask. Sorry. But they shot one of Michael's parents and the bear freaked out. And because the bear freaked out, it killed Michael's other parents, which left Michael as an orphan and alone. And the hunters didn't know Michael was there since he was behind a bush, so they ran off to leave him alone in the woods. Michael's parents taught him how to live in the woods alone, not because they planned on dying, but they were survivalists, and they knew what to do, and they wanted to make sure their son knew what to do. And so, with the information Michael had, he did his best to survive. And he did. He survived for a long time. He survived on bunnies and wolves, and he would kill whatever he can get for food. After a while, he would attack bigger things. And soon, he would attack humans. He hated humans, and he blamed them for the death of his parents, so he thought if he killed them, they would get the message and leave him alone. Now, when your parents die early on, that's not good for you. And it's for sure not good for you if they die and you're left alone in the woods. And all of these factors caused Michael to get multiple personality disorder. And he had two different personalities. His main personality, which was kind, gentle, and loving. He loved animals, he loved the forest, and he was just a good guy altogether. But the other one was cruel, mean, and harbored his hatred and despite for humans. And he would get this way whenever he drank, but there was no alcohol. And what Michael did was he ate mushrooms. Basically, it got him high, and he did this for years and years and years. So basically, he was high the whole time, which is fun! Now, instead of being a ruthless killer who would see someone immediately kill him, Michael liked to learn about their prey. He would like to learn about how they acted, about who they were. He liked to know how to get under their skin and how to kill them quickly. Before the police showed up, Michael left the cabin, so no one knew he was there. No one knew of his existence anyway, so no one would have known who he was, and he for sure wouldn't have been a suspect. Now, during those stories, Oscar was 17. He just turned 17. So Oscar had 5 years to be away from Michael, since in the second story, he's 21. So after like all that time of them being apart, Michael kind of like finds Oscar again and like stalks him for a while, and Oscar just thinks he's going insane because of his paranoia. And basically, that's all I got. But I got a lot of questions in the comment of my video asking why Oscar's with Michael, why this is happening, and so I thought I should answer them, so I'm gonna. So the first question is from Pink Patrol Shoe Lamp. Fantastic username, just have to say, man. Now they asked, so I'm guessing this is about an abusive relationship, and kind of actually. The thing is kind of pretty much about their abusive relationship and how Michael is very abusive towards Oscar. And yes, you would have to be correct. So good job. And basically towards the end, you can see that Oscar still cares about Michael, even though this is basically a forced abusive relationship. So yeah. Alright, so the next question is from Nina Just a Pink Cat. So they asked, why does he or she still love him? The answer is because Michael has that nice and sweet side, and Oscar's a very caring person. They can't let someone just be if like they're not right. Okay, I'm really bad at explaining, but basically, Oscar loves Michael because he's seen that sweet and kind side of Michael, and he really wants to help him. And he's really hoping that if he shows him enough love and enough caring, that Michael will be good and Michael will change his ways. Now, 17's eyes just said, bro, what, bro, like, why do I ship this? I've got a messed up mind. But don't worry, I'm there with you, my dude. Also, Lord Harddeck, I think that's how you say it. I'm coming for your ankles. Give me them. Now, Daily Noodles says, so this is a story about a very unhealthy and psychotic relationship, or... And I shall answer that question. So this story is mainly about Oscar basically slowly losing his sanity, but yet it is also about their very abusive and psychotic relationship. So yes, you are correct. Now, Cringe Queen asks, why didn't he just kill him? And that is a very good question, and I would love to answer it. So, Michael loves to abuse Oscar because it gives him emotions. Because usually he is in his second personality is active, and that personality feels almost like no emotion. And so when he abuses Oscar, it kind of gives him pleasure, and so he abuses Oscar a lot. And why he doesn't kill him is because of that exact reason. He loves abusing and torturing Oscar. That's one of his main reasons he's there. And if Oscar wasn't there, then he'd just leave. So he wants to keep Oscar around just for that reason. And also, just real quick, just saying, this comment might also be another reason. Not saying it is, but it might be. Now, those are the comments I got for the video, and I would just like to give a quick shout out to literally every nice person in the comments. So, if you commented and I didn't put you in this video, I'm so sorry that I didn't, but thank you so much for the support on that video. I didn't think it would get that much support and love. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all really have an amazing day because you've made my day. Now, I didn't go over everything there is to go over in the story. Like, I didn't go over Michael's main personality. I didn't go over how Oscar has a job and his best friend Luca. And I might, if I talk about Luca, I'm gonna make a whole nother video because Luca is his own character. He's not just there to be a friend. He's his own character, and he deserves his own video. But if I'm so sorry I didn't go over everything in this video. I didn't want this video to be too long, but if you really want me to, I will full on explain everything in a completely different video. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really like making these kind of videos, and I really love your support, guys. Thank you so much.